Hey, everybody.
Everybody, welcome to Dating God's Way.
Hey,
Welcome to Dating God's Way.
everybody.
Yes, I see y'all coming in the room tonight. Hey, Kanisha, Nichelle, Sarah. See y'all coming on in. Go ahead and share our broadcast tonight. We have some very special guests tonight. So go ahead and hit the share and like button. Yes, and yes. All right, Pastor Will, go ahead and introduce our guest.
Yeah, are y'all finished hitting the like, love, and share and everything like that? So y'all, welcome to another night, another evening of Dating God's Way. Woohoo! And thank you all for all of your input that you have been giving us throughout the week. Your questions, your topics, your likes, your love. We had new followers, so thank you all. I want to say hello to all of our new followers this week. I pray that you are really receiving what we are sharing here at Dating God's Way. Look, let's jump right to it. I got some very, very, very busy people that has shared their time with us tonight, and I don't want to keep them waiting, y'all. First of all, this is my sister and my brother.
Yay.
Literally my sister and my brother, not just like in figurative language. This is literally my sister and my brother.
Real sister and real brother.
My real sister, my real brother, Bishop Calvin Smith, and overseer, lady, sister, everything, Camilla Smith.
Yeah.
Last year you got a piece of Lady Cam. This year you get them both.
Yay.
And they're going to tell you their journey of dating. We're going to ask questions. And it's going to be an interesting journey because I was there for the whole ride. So this is going to be a good night. They even mentored me into my early dating stages, especially the time that I got caught hooking school. It was through their guidance that I received that beating. But anyway, can't remember that one.
Yeah.
So
it's funny.
So Pastor E and I, we welcome you. Y'all tell us who you are.
Okay, well, I am Camilla Smith, and I am Willie's older, biggest, only sister. And I am Ebony's sister too. We don't do in-law, we do sister. So I am I'm excited about being here tonight. Thank you for the invitation. Let's see, I dated Calvin for 4 years, and then we got married. So we've been married for 30 years come October. So we've been together a long time. So yeah, since what's 17? Yeah, so I'm excited to share this moment with him. How about that?
Well, I am Calvin Smith. I am Camilla's husband of 30 years come October 5th. She was my middle school girlfriend. It goes all the way back to the 7th grade. I met Cam on the first day of school in the 7th grade in gym class. And as crowded as the gym was, I looked over and I saw her. So I made my way over to talk to her. And I looked at her and said, I don't know you, but you're going to be my wife.
Oh, man. That was pretty aggressive.
It was totally outside my character because I went over to talk to her and I asked her name and then I told her, I said, you're going to be my wife. I'm 14, 15-year-old. I'm trying to figure this thing out, and it came to pass.
How about
that?
Yeah, that's middle school.
Middle school.
Y'all have navigated a lot of seasons together.
Yes.
Middle school, high school.
Yes.
I mean, young adult.
Yes.
Having kids.
Yeah.
Ministry. I mean,
Yeah.
We talk about tonight. We're gonna talk about navigating seasons, and y'all, I almost been through them all. Middle school.
Yeah, we've been through them all. That's funny.
Yeah. We had a little rain the last couple of weeks, but it's
another season. How about that? Yeah. Yeah.
we shared a difference in opinion on some things, and thank God that the sun came out the other day. So,
You know, I think, and that's good to hear that, because I think sometimes when you're single, you get this picture of marriage that everything is perfect, that you're going to agree with everything and you're going to walk in lockstep with everything. But in your dating time, did you have those type of fantasies that, like, oh, this is going to be a perfect marriage?
You know, to be honest, I think I had two examples before me, and it's probably something I never shared. In dating Cam, I watched your parents, and in dating Cam, I watched my parents. So we both came from parents that had long-lasting relationships.
Yeah.
And you know, I remember one day when you know, your dad was real reserved, quiet. He wouldn't say much. He'd laugh and joke with you, but he watching you like a hawk.
Man, don't talk about my daddy too much. I'm just kidding.
I know. I don't want my mama neither, right? It was one thing. Once again, I'm sharing something I probably never shared with y'all with YouTube before. Is I remember when I asked your mom, could I marry Cam? And we were sitting on y'all porch, and I think Ronnie and Junior was there, and Joyce and Jay was there. You know, all these married people. And Mama Silla leaned over to me and she handed me a plate and said, "This marriage thing is serious. You look around you. We take this serious."
Yep.
And that intimidated me. You know, I was like, you know, Cam, I don't know. You know, all these people, they've been together since they was what? And they was what? You know, marriage will make you look rough if you don't take care of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I refused. I started looking at marriages. And I didn't want marriage to beat the mess out of me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you look like what you're going through.
Yeah.
And so I made a promise to Cam. I said, hey, no matter what we go through, let's make this thing look good. Look good, because we're sharing God's image. We are the examples of marriage in the earth.
Yeah.
We don't make this thing look good. How can we ever witness to the people who want to get married that are not saved? We have to be the example. So no matter what, we have to make it look good. When we counsel people, we tell them our last few arguments, the good one, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because I don't want this persona, this a persona that, you know, Lady Cam and Bishop, they got it going on. You never see them this, you never see them that.
And you're not supposed to see it.
Right.
It happens.
It happens. But, you know, I think one of the things that really encouraged me is one day Kyler said, she said, "Can I ask y'all a question?" And we were like, sure. We were just sitting at the table. She said, "Is it really like it looked?" And so me and Cam looked at her and said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Y'all marriage, it just looked like it's so easy." I said, "Girl, go in our bedroom and sit down and let it talk to you."
It can speak volume.
You know, I remember when I was when I decided that, you know, I was going to marry Ebony, and I told Daddy, you know, that I was marrying Ebony, and he said, "Boy, don't you see all this stuff me and your mama go through?"
Yeah.
So that still didn't discourage me.
Nope.
You know, because I mean, you are absolutely right. I mean, you know, not that they hid a lot of stuff. It was just some stuff we never saw.
They protected us. Yeah.
They protected us. We never saw. We got the produce of whatever it was, because, you know, they really fought to make sure that we were always taken care of. So it was just things that I don't know if Cam saw them or not, but definitely me and Corey, it was just things that we never saw. We lived in, what they would consider the Huxtable family. That was our family. But so that's good. So walk us through. All right, let's forego the middle school years, because the middle school, that's puppy love. Right. So let's get into like that high school, that those serious years when you decided to say, "Hey, will you marry me?" And Cam, you decided to say, I do."
Yeah, how old were you all?
Okay, so when we really started dating, even though we met in middle school, we didn't start dating until my senior year and his freshman year of college. That's when we really started dating. And because we knew each other, it was easy for me to go out with him.
Let me say something. Let me pause right here, y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell y'all what the type of man Pastor Kyle, the Bishop Kyle is, right? Even in those days, you heard them say that they met in the same grade in junior high school.
Yeah.
When they got to high school, he was already in college, because this joker then went to night school or all types of school to get into college, because he had to hurry up and get on with his life to get into his career. Right. And so I want to say something to dudes right now, right? Y'all get y'all stuff together. And that's one thing I got out of you, Kyle. All these years is like, yo, you gotta hustle and make yourself good and great for yourself, so you can be good and great for somebody else.
Right.
All right, go ahead, finish your story.
That's good. That's good. So he pushed his way through, and we connected again. Like I said, I was a senior in high school. He was a freshman. And I decided, okay, let's go out. I had an event coming up. And so he went with me to my event, and we had a really nice evening. And after that, he decided he wanted to take me out again. So he asked my mother, could he take me out? Wow. So back in the day, guys were very respectful of your family. And so he asked my mom, could he date me? Could he take me out? And when he came over, he bought her flowers. He didn't even bring me flowers. He bought mama flowers. And it still didn't win her over, but I went out anyway. It took a while for him to win her over. But we started dating, and I did not fully know that Calvin was the one, but he was high on the list. I let him call me more than anybody else. And so then the other phone call stopped, and I was like, okay, well, this one is it.
This is it.
This one is it. Yeah.
Kyle, do you remember those times, Kyle?
I do. One of the things I love about our relationship is I can remember every year.
He remembers every
year.
Every season. He remembers it all. Yeah, he does.
I do.
That's why he sit here and smile, because he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that day."
I mean, because it to me, it was a seed that was planted in my heart. And so those seeds you water and take care of, you cultivate, you trim away the weed. Those are the ones you take care of, because it eventually produces 30 years and 4 children.
Yeah.
So I did not know, or I could not fathom. I didn't know what God's plan with this whole starting the ministry thing was.
Yeah.
I just thought I was getting a little cute brown skinned girlfriend. I'm gonna be a part of a big family.
Yeah.
Maybe have a couple of babies and do some, just work to retirement or something. I had no idea that God was putting us together
for something like this.
No
idea whatsoever
that, we would be 20 years in ministry, covering 6 other ministries, and we're on our 4th Judah. I never would have imagined that.
Amazing.
Yeah, I never would have imagined that. So
that's amazing.
I tell her all the time that I appreciate her being my partner in ministry, because one thing my apostle taught me was you always show appreciation for your spouse that works in ministry with you, and your children who sacrifice so much. So you thank them every opportunity you get as well. So
yeah.
But I remember every year.
So go back to dating. Why'd you date me?
You know what? I tell her this all the time. I just recently told her this. I said, Cam, you good people.
He does.
I tell her that all the time, because I believe that one of the things that made me like her was she was shy, she was quiet, and she was a good girl. She was a good girl. One of the things I really admired about you, Willie, I think I told you this, and I bragged about you quite a few times to other men, that you don't have to accept a woman that's bringing children, or you don't have to accept a blended family. You don't. I mean, that's what God, if that's the way God sends you, God bless you.
Right.
I remember you said, I don't want no woman with no baby.
Yeah.
And you dated 1 or 2, but you overlooked them and you kept moving till God sent Ebony.
Yeah.
And that day I said, man, you at your wedding, I looked at you and said, you actually got what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? So many people get married and they think that's what they wanted. But that's not, they settle for that.
They settle.
Yeah.
And they didn't wait for the promise.
Yeah.
And so one of the questions I always ask one of the first questions I asked, I said, so is this your Isaac? Or, or is this your Ishmael? Well, I mean, are you settling, or is this the one you because we got so many things in our culture that works against us. Like a lot of women concerned about my biological clock. They're concerned about, I'm getting older. My body can't have kids. I'm ready. Okay, but I get that. But whatever God's will is, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's deviate.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's
about dating, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's a good point that you bring up. Are you settling, or is this your promise?
Yeah.
You gotta know what is for you. Now, Frederica, she was on our show talking about being with people that had kids. It's just some people that's their
thing. That's their thing. Yeah, that's them.
But you have to know what's your promise.
Yeah.
Now, I appreciate the settling or the promise. How you get to know that though, Pastor Kyle? How you get to know when it's settling or if it's something that is your promise?
One of the things that we did was Cam and I, we dated quite a bit. We were friends first. Yeah. We didn't jump into, this is my girl, that's my dude, We didn't jump, we dated. I wanted to find out what she liked. I wanted to find out what she didn't like. I wanted to find out what excited her, what turned her on, what turned her off. I wanted to find out what her favorite color was. I just wanted to find out and learn her. And I wanted to teach her about me. So that way, if I can close my eyes and you can send 5 women by me, I can pick out mine because I know her scent.
Mm-hmm.
It's about that knowing. It's about that being familiar with, that relationship with. I remember Cam and I, we had gotten so close. She started working at one of these big firms. I think it was, I don't want to name the company, but she was working at this big firm. And it was a lot of people of another culture. And they were having a Christmas party. Man, me and Cam was having an unspoken conversation across the room, and we never uttered a word. And so her supervisor walked up to me and said, "What did she just say?" I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "You two are conversating. I see it. My wife and I do the same thing." So, I mean, I learned that she, we became friends first. It was that time together. And I think a lot of people compromise with that time together because you feel like, time together have to be sexual. It always have to put ourselves touchy, or we have to be in an uncompromising position. And I think that's how a lot of times we fall to temptation. Yeah. But Cam and I, we went to arcades and hung out at movies and those were the days. I mean, when we went on a real date, a real date was a movie and dinner at Chesapeake. Remember Chesapeake?
Yeah, that was my mom the other day.
That's what we went on in Greenbelt Mall, Greenbelt Plaza.
That was a real date.
That was a date, but majority of the time we went out for fun. We would take my cousin Andrew and Corey when they were 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And Nene and my cousin Robin, they were the same age. We took them to carnivals and then we started hanging with Tanya. Whole nother conversation. But we just did a lot of stuff together that built our relationship.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that made me like her. That made me like her. I mean, she was good people, I still give her a dap every now and again. Sometimes when I introduce her, when she's speaking somewhere, before I say she my wife, because everybody know that, I tell people she my girlfriend, my baby mama, my boo. She all that.
Yeah, building a relationship is really good.
Yep, that relationship building. Yeah. And that takes time.
Yeah.
That takes time. It don't happen in 2-3 months. I think we were, boyfriend, girlfriend for like 2 years before Willie and I went to show Willie a ring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I don't want to waste her time or mine.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get
even though we were young.
Yeah, we were young, and we waited for we were engaged for 2 more years.
After that,
Like I on when Cam was up here the last time, I had to apologize. I say, man, you had to go through a lot because me and you fought a couple times. You
sweat right there.
You were taking my sister away.
We got into a confrontation.
We got a confrontation. We fought. We were fighting. Oh man!
You was 21 when you guys got married.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was 22.
Okay.
Yeah. 21, 22. When we got married, I was I had a government job. Mm-hmm. He had a government job. And then about 2 years later, he decided, I'm about to start my own business. How do you do that? So season changed real quick.
Okay.
He decided he wanted to start his own business. Mm-hmm. And so, but before that, we were doing things, his own business. And just out of what we learned out of some college courses that we had taken and high school courses. And then a new season happened where we just became entrepreneurs. So,
and we can always tell when our season changed because it seems as though the previous season had gotten in the way. Mm-hmm. For an example, when I started the business, my job got in the way. Mm-hmm. Come on now.
Yeah.
My what was supposed to be the part-time gig got in the way of my bread and butter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When the business blew up, she was pregnant with Shay. Shay was in the way. Mm. Yeah. So we started taking on a live-in sitter. Shay was living with the sitter. Mm-hmm. I mean, we had a very good relationship because it seemed like our season had changed and things were growing. And the previous season always found a way to get in the way, but it was God showing us that there's some things when we go into a new season. A lot of us get mixed up with the former season and the new season, and we miss the transition period.
Yeah.
And the transition period is that preparation time, and it's not preparing you to come out or preparing you to go in. It's allowing you to shake some things off. so that you could go into the new.
Yeah.
And that transition season is very vital, because if you make the wrong make the wrong decisions in that transition, you know, what did God tell the reason he didn't allow Moses and them to go straight through to the promised land? He said, because they're going to get there and see some stuff, and then they're going to get scared and go back. So that transitional season allows you to shift your direction sometimes. So we had to roll with it, and we didn't even know what we were rolling with sometimes.
Okay, you know, we probably should spin off a whole nother podcast just to talk about let me say it like this.
Okay.
Me and Cam family, we knew faith and we walked in faith, but we didn't walk in risk.
Okay.
And you brought risk to the table, and you made risk not look risky.
I'm laughing because somebody said that to me today.
You're right.
Almost verbatim.
Wow.
To a pastor friend of mine today.
Where did that come from? Where did that kind of, because even to tell Cam in the 7th grade that you're gonna be my wife, to marry her right out of high school, to do your business, where did you get that kind of risk-taking type of
that's good
thing from?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what it is, and this is as real as I can give it to you.
Okay.
When I learned that fear was not a God-given thing, right? I know when I see it, and if that's what I want, I pursue it. I'm not afraid of the risk or the challenges that may come from it, because I see the end result. And so I start moving toward it. Like, for example, I'm not going to I hope this is okay. But like, how can I explain it?
I don't know. Just bring the faith in.
Right. She keeps the prayer going with it.
That's all I know is pray.
Because what balances us off is I'm the type of leader that if God said it, I begin to go do it.
Yeah.
I don't have to sit up. I don't have to sit back and pray, and I don't have to need 7 prophets to come and speak it to me. I don't need apostle to come and say, you know, I'm gone. Yeah. And you just have to catch up with me. Where Cam balances me off with that is she's going to intercede the entire time.
Yeah.
She's going to pray the entire time. I guess I'm not afraid of it because I was brought up in Brentwood. I was brought up in with the hood, you know, in the hood, but I didn't have a hood mentality. Yeah. I always, even living in low income housing, I saw myself living here.
It's good.
Yeah.
I saw myself driving the Bentley. I saw myself, and I was going to do whatever it took to get what I saw myself doing. I had to wait for it in God's time. Yeah. That's the thing. I had to wait for it in God's time. And so when things happen in people's lives, they say, well, I never would have saw myself doing it. I never say that.
Right.
I've never said that. I see myself not, and I'm not settled here. Yeah.
You say yeah.
I say yeah. Say we still moving from faith to faith. Glory to God.
That's right. I see myself. I'm a grinder. I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. And this is why when I see the young men now, like one of the things that disgusts me, I was going down Rhode Island Avenue, and you look on every corner, it's a group of black men standing around. I mean, really, watch this. They get up out their beds
to go stand,
get dressed, to go stand at a store in a cluster.
Yeah.
Like it's a job. They go home at night. Like they worked all day.
Yeah.
It disgusts me. And so, like this, one of my mentors, I have a Jewish mentor. He's a rabbi. And he said to me, and I never forgot it, and I'll never forget it. He said, you have to understand, Bishop, that the level God have you seated at, either you are at the table or you're on the menu.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
And so when we broke into this franchise game, either you're at the table or you're on the menu. And I sat at these conference tables with these executives, and guess what they're doing, Will and Ebony? They're sitting there planning how to get in your pocket.
Yep.
On the menu.
On the menu.
And so this is where I see myself seated, and I want to make a difference here. I want to make a difference here. I don't want to be a taker at the table, but I also want to bring the giving spirit there as well. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let me get into something right quick. Because you're talking real good about really having some gumption. That's what I feel like. A lot of I feel like, this is my opinion, a lot of people just don't have a get up and go about them. Like, it's just they so chill, right? But they want to bring somebody to their table, right? They're not giving them nothing, but they want to bring somebody.
Right.
Talk a little bit about how you guys balance out your dynamic in your different seasons, right? Because you, at one point, Cam was working a government job. You was becoming an entrepreneur, right? From what I know, from a business sense, like, it takes time for that stuff to kick off the ground, right? And so, like,
and Cam was supposed to be career government because she started out in the government. This is supposed to be her 60th year. Supposed to be her retirement year.
Right. Exactly.
And this would have been my 31st year as a school teacher.
Wow. Yeah.
So how did you guys navigate that whole thing about, like, the provider, the man, he the provider, he need to do da. How did you guys navigate those different seasons with being a business owner and that taking you through different seasons as you were building?
And can I also add and also add in there, navigate of not to be who you were supposed to be, but you became.
Yeah, you wasn't there yet. Right. The seasons had to change. You weren't just waking up there.
Yeah.
Ooh, you want to take that?
Wow. Wow.
I'm gonna let her take that because I don't want to take over the podcast.
Wow. You don't just wake up there, but you navigate in the season. And so where I had, like you said, I had the faith and I could see it through faith, but going through it, taking the risk was hard for me because I came up with in a house where we had it, but you could get it if you open your mouth and ask for it. So I didn't have it because I didn't ask for it. But if I asked for it, I could get it. Well, here in marriage, you are a grind. He's a grinder. So I have to support him in whatever he's doing because now we got to get it together. We got to make this house work together.
Yes.
So I had to take on a mentality of I can't stop.
Yeah.
Stay with him. Stay behind him. Don't stop. So that's my attitude. Where he is grind. I am don't stop. Just keep going. Don't stop. Yeah, we had to make it together.
I kind of lost your question. What was that question?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring it. Like, there's this, like, think about it in this way, that there's like this typical, like, the man is the provider. He's supposed to do this, that, or the other, right? But there are different seasons, specifically with you leaving your government job and becoming an entrepreneur.
Right.
There's many seasons where that dynamic may change some, right?
Right.
Seasons where you have a lot, seasons where you don't have a lot.
Right.
So how do you guys work through that?
Well, I'm the saver. And she, that's a challenge in her.
Some challenges I don't want to overcome, but go ahead.
So I love the way you just put that, how some seasons where you got a lot and then there's some seasons where you don't. And we make it look good now, but there were some seasons where we had the businesses and we had a lot of it. But I mean, think about this.
It was hard.
Can I just be real right here?
Yes, this is what we had.
Think about it right here. I left my job when I was 25. That's when Shay was born, right? And so we were 25 and 24, making $25,000, $30,000 a month personally.
Wow.
No, I come from a family where they had no business sense. You know, they had no business sense. And she came from a family where they had some business sense. But they would tell us what to do and what not to do, but they would not teach us how to.
Yeah.
They didn't know that. They didn't have that know-how.
Right.
So we had to stumble and fumble in the dark and learn it ourselves, which means we had to win some and lose some.
Yeah.
You know, and then the nights where you had to sit up and cry. Then you got mad at yourself because you went and bought all this stuff, and now you didn't plan for the weather to change.
Yeah.
You know, so but wisdom came along and began to teach us.
Because you learn from your mistakes.
Yes.
You learn from experience.
Yes. And so one of the things I told Cam years ago, I said, just let me be George and you be Wheezy. And so I love the fact that she works from home. I love the fact that a housekeeper come clean the house. I love the fact that I take care of her like that. Because that's all. Watch this, Will. That's always been my dream. I didn't want her to have to go hustle and bustle and beat the clock and do all that. In my perspective, my mentality, if my wife had to work that hard, it's something I'm not doing right. And so I had to grind. I had to hustle a little harder. So here I am running a business. And then we closed that business. And then we both went back and got jobs. And I sat on my floor one day and cried. I said, God, give me a plan. It's not too late. Give me a plan. I promise you, on this side of 40, I will not make the same mistakes.
Yeah.
And the Lord gave me a plan. I worked that plan to the T.
Yeah, because can I admit, just you working for the government was kind of weird for me. I was just like, I don't know what Kyle doing over there.
I had to do what I had to do to provide.
Yeah.
And it was 5, but the Lord told me on day 1, when I had to go to fill out papers and do all, he said, you're only going to be here 5 years. Don't get comfortable.
Wow.
And it was the 5th year to the month. He took me off, and I went back to we launched a new business, and then it's just been rolling ever since. Yeah. We hit some bumps, had to hit a learning curve because things had changed over time in that particular arena. And so where things were changing, some things didn't make sense, some things were bad, some things were for the best. I had to learn that on the learning curve. Yeah. So then the Lord said to me, he said, in this season, we're going to create a conglomerate. I had to go look that up. And that conglomerate was, we're not going to be one dimensional. Yeah. We're not going to have your business, just have one business. We're going to establish 5, 6, 7, 8 other businesses that would all be a conglomerate. You're not stuck in one dimension, but you got income coming from every hour on the clock.
Yeah.
Diversified.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, one of the other interesting things about you guys' relationship, and I'm sure that I talked about it before, but now I have you both here, is that religiously, Cam came from a Christian background and you came from a Jehovah's Witness background.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
Yeah. So, and as we have people up here, they looking for their one or whatever and everything. Talk about how you decided that I'm going to marry cross religion, and Cam, and how you decided that you was going to marry cross religion and some of that chapter.
Okay.
Oh, it's about to get good now.
So that chapter happened like year number 2 when we were dating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, year number 2. And we both decided, okay, we really serious about this thing. And I said to him, well, if we're going to continue, I don't want to be a Jehovah's Witness. I don't care to be. I really don't. That was not. I just didn't want to. And so he said, I tell you what, well, why don't you come with me to the Kingdom Hall before you make that final decision? I said, only if you will come with me to church. He says, okay, deal. So friends made a deal, right? So I go to the Kingdom Hall, and they were saying some things that I wanted to say, hey man, that's right, But he told me I couldn't say nothing. Me go to a and I can't say nothing. I said, okay, I can't say nothing. I said, okay, well, you come over here with me to the church. Well, he came with me to the church, and he ain't never leave. Well, that's how that happened. He would be like, nah, that ain't real. So he'd come back, right?
Right. I was intrigued.
Nah, that ain't real. So I'm going to come back. So that's why I said he ain't never leave. He ain't never leave. Yeah. So that's how it happened. Yeah.
Well, it was a couple of things. This is, I believe, I'll call this the infant season in my life when God began to call me. Because when I went to church with her, I mean, that's when New Mount Carmel was rocking. I mean, it was ebony. It was shouting. They were running around the church. I mean, they were swinging from the chandeliers. The Alfonso was the choir director. Alfonso had that choir rocking. I mean, so I went back. I'm like, no, it's just, this is something strange about this. This ain't right. So I went back, and then I experienced Pastor Coletta in her prophetic mode that intrigued me. I was at Mama Silla's house, and they would go down in the basement, 2, 3 of them. And so one day I came to pick Cam up, and they was down there yelling. And I asked Cam, I said, what they fussing at God about today? Because they were just loud about it, and man, one day Ella came upstairs. We were just all in the kitchen. Ella said the Lord came upstairs all subtle and quiet, smiling, and said the Lord said he want to talk to Calvin. I sitting in that kitchen. I said, well, the Lord gonna have to come talk to me because I hear how y'all acting in that basement. I ain't gonna get down there and do nothing to me. I ran out the back door. When Cam caught up with me, I was about 6 blocks down the street. And then all of a sudden, I'm awakened one night about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I start hearing voices.
Wow. And
Cam, I sat up on the bed, and Cam said, you all right? I told her, give me a pencil. Like these voices was telling me stuff to write down. And I began to write down stuff. And the Lord when I found out it was the Lord, he was telling me what I was going to be. And I'm like, wow. What's this about? Yeah. But the one that broke it down to me was Joyce Hamlin.
Yeah.
Joyce did some things for me that I will always be grateful to her.
Yeah.
And she explained that thing to me, and she explained the voice, and she said, just begin to write down everything you hear. I had gotten a journal. I was writing down stuff, and the Lord would tell me where I would be going, what am I going to say, who I was going to talk to.
Yes.
And then I start seeing things. I start hearing things. I'm asking Cam, what is this? What is this?
Yeah.
And then Mama Silla began to explain some things to me. James Jones, who married us, began to explain some things to me. And then all of a sudden, I started going to church. And the Lord told me, I would go to church at first with just, slacks and a shirt. And then Cam bought me my very first tailored suit for Christmas one year. And And Mama Silla came over to our house. We were in our house on Parkwood Street.
Yeah.
And Mama Silla came upstairs and said, "There's the bishop."
Wow.
I didn't know what she was talking. I didn't know what a bishop was. I just knew. I'm serious. I thought, I'm coming from Jehovah's Witness. That's a Catholic church. Bishops in Catholic church. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I just called her mama crazy in the car to Cam, man. Excuse, sorry, mama. But all of a sudden, it started intriguing me. So I began to hear more and build relationship with God. I began to study more.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing it privately because I didn't want no interference,
Mm-hmm.
That genuine relationship.
Yeah, I wanted to know this
personal relationship.
And then I started researching and studying. Okay, now I've been going to this Kingdom Hall ever since I could walk, and I started finding so many issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would start walking to the Jehovah's Witnesses at the 7-Eleven. Now I'm on the other side of the watchtower now. So I it was a very unique. I really appreciated the way God handled me in that major transition.
How about that?
Yeah.
And, I didn't have to get shot and Peter come visit me in unconscious state in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? None of that dramatic stuff.
Yeah.
A gentle calling. It was a very unique approach.
Wow. That gives another definition for dating God.
Yeah.
Dating God.
Yeah. I would say that.
Yeah, dating God his way.
Because when he dates us, it's not a roughneck dating. It's not an abusive relationship. He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
Yeah.
Whenever I wanted to know something, I would honestly pray. I know this is going to sound all super religious, but it's true. I wanted to know stuff, and I would ask God, and he actually answered me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember waking up crying a many a nights, and I know I got on Cam nerves. It's amazing she don't have like real big bags under her eyes because I had so many questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started seeking out authentic leadership.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was a very interesting courtship.
Yeah. One of the things I'm pulling out of your story too is it matters who you connect with. Like, the family was praying.
Yeah.
And having people that is praying for you and who you connected with.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure they praying for Cam, but also once you got connected to Cam, now they praying for you.
That's right. That's good.
Who you connected to make a difference.
It does.
So are you in that dating stage? Make sure you got some people that's praying.
Yeah.
That's right.
You got some people that's praying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like what you were saying, Cam, about dating God, and even on this platform, dating God's way. I think maybe sometimes we kind of miss that component or haven't hit that component that when you're dating, you are dating God at all times.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Dating God.
Yeah.
That'll keep a lot of the foolishness out if you always remember that you're dating God first.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Because there'll become things about your own personal life you don't want to do to embarrass your mate.
Yeah.
And God being our mate, we don't want to do things that would embarrass him or embarrass us. It makes our walk sharper. It makes our talk sharper. And to be honest, I guess to be more transparent, you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You're going to make bad judgments. But the thing I love about God is he's always there to chastise and then love you at the same time.
That's his love.
Yeah.
That's his love.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. A lot of great nuggets that we're getting tonight. What's something that I want to go back to the beginning right quick. We're just talking about how marriage isn't perfect. right? And like some of the seasons are rough seasons, right?
Yeah.
Like we know, right? After 30 years, almost 21 years, it's rough. Some seasons, you know, you got this going on.
Right.
Now in this age of social media,
Ooh,
when everybody putting everything everywhere, right?
Everywhere.
You know, how do you keep some of that? What are some boundaries that you keep within your marriage, right? Especially it's social media, but also like we're all pastors. So you got members, everybody watching. You know, it's a lot of dynamics that we have to deal with, public dynamics. What's the boundaries you guys keep with that to, you know, keep the boundaries within your marriage?
The biggest boundary for me is because I know I like to laugh and joke.
Yeah.
I like to laugh and joke. I like to have fun. So I have the responsibility of managing the church's Facebook account. So I do a lot of the posting there. Honestly, that's my boundary because I know whatever I put out there could positively and negatively impact the ministry. And because I have this serious fence around not embarrassing the ministry, I'm very cautious about what I put out. I do this thing on Thursdays. It's called Pastor Cal Just Thinking on the Thursday. And I'll post something positive or something that makes you think or something that just makes sense. But that's about it. My boundary is stick to it as long as the Lord say so. Anything outside of that, it's your flesh. So I don't have a personal Facebook account. It's because I was a high school football player. I was most popular in middle school. I'm hood born and raised. I had a lot of old friends and girlfriends and hood friends, and I don't need to connect with nobody from my past because you know everybody wanted. Let's hook up. Let's talk. Let's do. Hey, wait, Cal, where you at? Look, it's Pastor Cal. I'm at church, Roland Avenue. God bless you. May the Lord smile upon you. That way, I ain't got to worry about no issues or challenges in the area.
Yes, you just cut the past off. That's good.
Yes, cut it off.
Now, for me, my boundary is I'm always thinking, don't spew on the people what I'm going through.
Right.
Don't bleed on people. Don't give them your raw feelings of your issue because the issue will be over, but they still holding on to it.
Right.
Yeah.
I care not to share my issues with people, especially if, you know, what's going on at home. For me, good and bad. Very seldom do I even tell you about my good. I just it's just hard for me because I overdo it or underdo it. So I just don't do it. So that's my boundary.
And so I had to learn that from her because we got a lot of really good things going on in our life right now. And you can't share everything with everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate that because
he loud.
The thing, yeah, I'm
so
loud.
he like, yeah.
You know,
I am just quiet. You don't have to tell everything. Just enjoy it.
But
just
see, at this stage of my development, I look at it as if God can do this for me.
Yeah.
Let me show you the things you got to do to get God to move that favor toward you.
But you know what, though, Pastor Cal? Everybody don't want it.
Yeah, and they don't feel like
that. Or they want yours.
Yeah, they don't want to do the work for it.
That's what I'm saying. You did the work, so good. You're going to do the work, so let me have it.
Yeah.
It's a hard balance. It's a hard balance.
You know, like one of my here's a funny, but one of my boundaries early on in ministry, I realized that I'm a public figure. For the kingdom. I'm a public figure. And if people see me, they already associate with me. I'm not going to say associate with me with Christ, but they associate me with church. Right. And because I was that public figure, there's two people that always ran up in my life that I would bump into that I was like, you know what? I better not do nothing. Or one of these two people won't catch me. One was Apostle Otis. because he would pop up anywhere, downtown, at the wrestling center. I mean, wherever. Where at 7-Eleven, Apostle Otis would pop up anywhere. God bless his heart. And the other one was Lee Halsey. Elder Minister Lee. He would pop up anywhere too.
Really?
I just see Lee anywhere.
That's
and Lee settle, he'll creep up on you.
So and that's how I knew God is always watching. And even till today, you know, that's my thing. That's my boundary, that God is always watching.
So what the Lord allowed me to do now, instead of sharing with people what is going on with me, I'll just teach a class. I'll just teach a class. That's my way of outletting, because there's some directions that God will send you to learn it, just so you can bring it back to the people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Navigating seasons. It's good. Navigating seasons. Navigating seasons.
Well, it's been y'all got any more?
But how about since we talking about dating?
Okay.
Navigating, even though we're navigating through the seasons, we still have to pay attention to one another, to date and to take care of one another.
That's right.
To take care of marriage, because with us going separate ways or doing separate things and doing business, how do you keep marriage together? You know, you are still married. You don't just share a bedroom. How do you stay married? Yeah, and keeping, you know, others out of the marriage.
Yes.
Because what you pour into the box, that's what you're going to get out, right? So if you pour nothing in it, you get nothing out of it. So you have to spend time together.
Yeah, I think that's good, because like we busy. The 4 people on these boxes.
Yes, sir.
Busy. Okay.
Yeah.
We got business, we got career, we got ministry, we got family, we got children.
Yeah.
We got a lot of things that are not even inclusive of each other.
I mean, y'all got y'all got 2 generations of children. You know, you got the
older kids,
the older, and then you got the little ones.
Yeah.
Now we got grands.
Man, you got grands. Yes. What a blessing.
So how do you make sure that you paying attention to each other when you have all these competing things?
Right.
The things
I like that phrase, competing things.
Yeah, it's competing, and they're important things, right? You need to make your money.
Yeah, right.
You need to take care of the kids.
Yeah.
You need to love the grandkids.
Yeah. You need that stuff, right?
So Cam was mad at me the last couple of days, right? So I came home the other day, and
we got a widow mama. That's too funny. Yeah, we got to take care of her too.
And so she was mad at me the last couple of days, and so I came home and gave her a receipt, right, to put in the file. I said, "Here, this is my child support. Put that in my child support file." But it becomes difficult. No, not difficult. It becomes challenging for me, because I think I'll slip into that go hard provider, and then I have to remember that I still have not just a church anymore, but now you have pastors that you pastor. So you got to help them deal with the different issues in their ministries. So I have to learn. I'm learning how to turn all of that down, put some stuff on mute, because I still got a 13-year-old that's the starting running back, and I haven't been to his game 3rd week, and I haven't been to 1 game. And so he reminded me of that. He said, "Dad, I scored a touchdown. You wasn't there." I said, and so I got mad. I said, "So what about the Saturday I took off work and didn't do nothing, and y'all ain't had no game?" But if that wasn't the important thing. The important thing is, okay, you got to remember to set some stuff aside, and you have to remember what's more important. And so, you know, that's the challenge for me. because I don't want to be accused of when he
everybody
gets
else.
21 that I did for everybody else, and I missed him. So I don't want to do that. So
yeah, and so look, so you missed Chris, but then what about Cam? That's what the thing that we got. We just
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, I cried to God going to work this morning. I'm like, man, I said, God, I think you set me up, bro. I'm serious. Can I be transparent right here? I
He
said,
set you up.
I think you set me up, bro. I mean, you know, I'm dealing with this and dealing with this and dealing with this. I'm covering this. I'm overseeing this. I'm doing this, and then I'm left home, and I gotta find some. I gotta make some time.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make some time.
Yeah.
I gotta make some time. I said, but I told God, I said, bro, it's 24 hours in the day. I'm only sleeping 5 or 6 of them. And the Lord told me, well, you know, you got to prioritize and you got to do what's important.
Yeah.
And he reminded me the order of life. And it is him first, the family, and then the church. One thing I love about Judah is they are a mature group of people. The leaders at Judah, y'all, if Pastor Cal didn't show up for 4 straight Sundays, I believe things would go great.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say that. I don't doubt that one bit. And now we get ready to install a pastor there, and they rocking, y'all. They rocking. I'm serious. Serious. I believe some new ministry is getting ready to break off from within the ministry. It's an exciting time. I'm excited. And I think my baby mom, we're gonna be all right.
Once he start dating me some more. How about that?
Put some more dates in there.
Put some more dates.
Dating never ends.
It never ends.
It never ends.
The thing that I like that what y'all do is that, you know, you do go away and you go away together, even to check on your newfound ministries in Connecticut and everything like that. And, you know, time on the road is quality time too.
Yeah,
it is.
And I really like that, you know, you guys are sticking together through it all, through travel and arrange each other's schedules so y'all can be together. So that doesn't count for nothing.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
I'm gonna help you, bro. I'm gonna help you.
Get a little bit of help. So somebody asked, so what does this look like while dating? What does this look like while dating when you have a lot of competing things going on and you're in that, you know, I'm going to make this question all the way. I'm going to bring it into our discussion.
Okay.
Like you said, Pastor Cal, about you got to make time for each other and you got to like get to know each other. So when you have some of our people that are dating are a little bit older, right? Like me and Cam both got married at 21. So we was, you know, young and all the things, right?
Right.
So you have people that are dating that are in their 30s, right? And so they already have career. They already have, some of them have houses. They already have competing priorities. What does this look like when you dating?
Ooh.
Right. So now that you have all of this, what can dating bring to you, right?
Right.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, like how can you the competing priorities now while you're in the dating phase, you're not all the way at marriage where you're going to commit everything, right? It's not you're not at that stage yet. But you do need to make time to get to know each other. What it look like?
Well, that looks like friendship, relationship. That's spending some time, because you know what? You two gotta shut all that down. You still, because we're human, we still need companionship.
Yeah.
No matter how much stuff you have, cars, houses, you still need somebody to share that stuff with, somebody to be a part of what you're doing. You still need emotional support. You still need that psychological aspect of companionship. You still need somebody to pour your ideas off of, to hear their ideas, to offer wisdom to them, get wisdom from, you offer to them, they give it to you. You still have to have that place of being open to receive from someone else.
Yeah.
But I think this question right here. So how do you set boundaries, right? When you are when you got all of that, and you need all of that.
Okay.
How much do I, if I'm dating, how much do I give do I give all of me? Do I hold some back? What are my boundaries? What do I give? How much of me do I give? You know, and I'm not talking about physically, but I'm talking about even my mental. Do I tell you everything, or do I
let you in?
Or how far do I let you in?
I think that's a good question.
Mm-hmm. And I think I think it comes over time. It has to do with trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Developing trust.
You develop trust. You don't go in, with everything at one time, because they're not coming in with everything at one time. Mm-hmm. And so you take your time to trust and to learn someone. Mm-hmm. 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 And then after you trust and you learn, then you can share more.
Yeah.
You can share more, but don't just go and, oh, I like you, so I'm just gonna tell you everything. You know me, that's just too much.
Right.
You give it too much at one time.
Giving too much too soon.
Yeah. You don't do that.
I like those. I'm gonna put those points together right quick.
Okay.
When Pastor Cal say make time for friendship plus relationship companionship, mm-hmm. I do think there's a component of that too, of in the building stage where you are not yet ready for the level of that we talk about tonight. Mm-hmm. Right? Because I think a lot of people go in, they ready for marriage already. Like they started dating and they already talking from a marriage space. Right? So you got to back that up. And like Pastor Cal said tonight, friendship plus relationship, we're going to get some companionship going, right? Before we start thinking like marriage.
And you got to put yourself in a position to do friendship things.
Yeah.
We ain't got to go to Vegas together. We just friends.
We just friends, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
we ain't got to travel together.
Right.
Yeah, that has puzzled me.
Yeah.
You dated we exchange numbers one day, and then 2 weeks later we going on a trip.
Yeah.
That makes no sense
to
me.
Y'all tripping.
To me, that makes no sense.
It makes no sense because you skipping steps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. You can't skip.
Right.
Yeah. You skipping steps.
So can I be real for real?
No fast tracking.
I'm gonna be real. The way men think right now in 2021, if you'll go on a trip with me and we only been talking for 3 weeks, I'm only going on the trip for one thing.
That's it.
I'm really going. My goal is to get that.
That's it, Bishop.
That's real talk.
That's what I say on this show. The panties is it. That's it. That's all they going on.
See, back in the day, it was if I take you to a seafood restaurant.
Right.
But now it's the trip, right?
That's the trip.
Yeah.
And they don't even care who paying the way. Right. Even if she pay her own way, he paying his own way. Yeah. If we go.
But I think also too in that relationship and friendship stuff, that place, we can't allow that line of disrespect to come in. Like, we shouldn't be spending the night at each other's house if we're just friends. We're setting ourselves up.
Got some boundaries.
We have to have boundaries. I think Elder Speights says this the best. You have to learn to control your flesh.
That's it. That is it. Yes.
Because if you tell me I can spend the night, one of us thinking something else.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is just me. I think if you tell me this after 3 weeks, how many times have you done this before?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah. Some ain't.
Right. Some ain't.
But also, we living in this era now. All you need is that joker's name, and you can Google that joker. You can Snapchat him, Facebook him. You don't got to go to his neighborhood like Cam did.
Put his name in quotes so you can get the exact search.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, whoever it is, I'm already doing it. So I'm telling you, if they date somebody, they better know. I'm Googling them. I'm looking in the system to see if they was locked up.
If they're on the pedophile list, I'm
doing all of it.
It's all public record.
Yeah.
Hey, look, but one of the things that I noticed tonight has been the common theme of the night is trust. Your relationship started with the trust factor, The marriage started with the trust. The businesses is the trust factor. Like the theme of the whole night in our chapters of the relationship, trust has always been the link to the chain that the chain is continued the link from.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Keep building up.
I think one of the things I've always known that come hell or high water, this is my ride or die.
Yeah.
She got my back. We can fight. We can fight and fuss like cats and dogs going up the Connecticut Will, but when we get there,
You won't know it.
We call it intense moments of fellowship.
I like it.
You're gonna have some of them.
Hey, I'm gonna borrow that. Intense moments in fellowship.
Yes, you're gonna have some of them intense moments.
That's what Pastor Jerome used to use all the time. He had an intense moment of fellowship.
Yes. That's all right.
Yeah, this been a good talk tonight. I hope somebody takes away though the partnership that it takes really to make a relationship work. I really appreciate that tonight, that all the seasons you guys went through, you did it together.
You got to do it together.
And you're still doing it together.
Yeah. And one is not greater than the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just work at it together.
Yeah. Because some people are looking for the man. He need to provide. He need to do. It's gonna be seasons when you gonna have to do it together.
Yeah.
Look, 6 months after we got married, Will lost his job. So what happened? We gotta do it together.
That's right.
If you come into it looking for somebody to own it, right? Partnership is real. If you come one person to own it, you're gonna fail. We both putting in 100%. We doing
exactly. Yeah, because it's not 50-50.
No,
we both got to just give.
Yep. So everybody that was saying hello, I'm sorry. We've been in discussion. Hello to you. God bless you. Thank you guys for joining us. Man, this has been a great discussion.
I was missing all the comments. I ain't see them, but thank you guys
for
joining us
much
today. Hey, Sister Rosita. Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw Shonda Powell. Hey, Shonda Powell.
Yes.
Everybody.
Shonda down in Danville. No problem. This was good for us too. I really enjoyed this. I didn't know what to expect.
I know you didn't. I saw the little sweat beads on your forehead.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect, but this was cool. I like this.
Hey, look. Well, thank you all for signing on tonight. As always, it's 9:00, 9:13. I'm going to eat dinner.
Oh yes, time for dinner, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see y'all again.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Thank you so much.
We're going dating God's way.
All right.